Good morning, you fabulous people. It's me, Calvin here from Kwak Talks. You're watching Kwak TV because why watch crap TV? Well, you can watch Kwak TV with me, Calvin here. So if you are watching live, please do jump into the comments for me and say live. If you are watching on replay, please put hashtag replay. And like I say every day, remember you can catch every single one of Kwak TV, of the episodes on Kwak TV. Come on, Callum, use your English. It's on YouTube, so make sure you go and watch that. Oh, good morning, Mr. Robert Lee off the mark. Hope you are swell. But yes, no, it is Thursday, people. I like the way I say this every day of the week, like you don't know what day of the week it is. Just, you know. So yes, good morning, Becca Inez. I think I've said that right this morning. Inez. She normally corrects me for saying it wrong. She corrects every fucker. Up in Scotland. She's right up in Inverness, I think you are, aren't you, Becca? I think you are. So yes, good morning. I am feeling my urts today. I've got a really, really busy day ahead. Don't know about the rest of you, but tell me about your day. Tell me what you've got going on. It's nearly the end of the week. We're nearly in fucking April. How does that is the month after March, right? Yeah, April. We're nearly in April. Like, what the hell's going on there? So there's quite a few people watching. So like I said, if you are watching live, jump in the comments. Oh, good morning, Vicky Midwood. Oh, the alcohol and addiction eliminator. Yes, she is, darlings. Good morning, Tony Edwards. Oh, where is it? Bear with me. It's in my bag. It's over there. Tony sent me a lovely... I've got a pen. I've got a pen at hand. Look, he sent me all these fabulous things. And it was in yellow. Obviously, I'm going to be happy. And then, she's not in Inverness. She's in Aberdeen. You had to get something wrong. All right, Becca. Pipe down. Don't know, put 50p in you this morning. So, yes, good morning to you all. Please tell me what you have got going on this week, because I'm really, really nosy. I really do like to know. But I will power through. Oh, God, we've got more. Good morning, Gary Scudder. God, you're all coming off the mark today. I'm loving it. Today, as always, I do the days of the year. So every day of the year is something new to celebrate. And I don't look until I click the tab right now. So today, apparently, is Waffle Day, people. Get out them waffle makers. You know them ones that you bought from that middle section of Aldi about 3 years ago. Yes, get out the waffle maker. Let's get making some waffles. It is also Tolkien Reading Day. Ooh, Lord of the Ring fans, where are you? You know what I've been really into? And this is actually a really good day for this. I love watching like the backstories of the history of the characters on YouTube. It's really, really sad. Really sad. Personally, I think so. But yeah, go watch them on YouTube if you are a Lord of the Rings fan. They're really good. They explain the characters and stuff. It is also Pecan Day, or Pecan, depending on how common you are. It's Pecan Day. Have some pecan pie, people. And then remember, it is Endometriosis Awareness Month. I'm really happy I can say that word. And it is also Social Worker Month. But the main things I want us to celebrate today is Waffle Day, Tolkien Reading Day, and Pecan Day. Oh, yes, that is what we like. Client calls an admin. Well, Vicky, that does sound awfully fun. Yes, Rob, you do like Lord of the Rings. Good morning, Gary Jones, the Grow marketing man himself, helping everyone get onto podcasting. And then finalising 3 wills today. Thank God for that. At least it's not 3 death certificates. That comes after the will, right? Because that would not be a happy, cheery day. Can I say that? No, dude, it's my show. I can say what I want. So, also with your Twitter hashtags, your trending Twitter hashtags today is hashtag Thursday morning, hashtag Thursday thoughts, hashtag Thursday vibes. It's also, Alan Turing is trending, actually, because he's going to be as the new £50 note. His beautiful face is going to be on there. It is also hashtag Thursday motivation. And I think that might be it. So we're going hashtag Thursday motivation, hashtag Thursday morning, too many S's, Thursday morning, hashtag Thursday thoughts, hashtag Thursday vibes, Christ. And then it's also Alan Turing is trending. So there we go. Remember, people, if anyone is jumping in live right now that has not said hello to me already, say hello to me. Tell me what your business does. I'll bring it up on screen. I'll plug it for you. It's what this show is all about. But now, with no further ado, today's guest, who am I about to bring on, apparently stalks me on LinkedIn to the point I actually messaged him. But it shows it works, people. No, he's fabulous guest today. And we're going to be talking about, finding the right career for you and how it can take time after time after time to find the right career for you. And I love the fact that apparently he's got a really big, really big lens. Yeah, he does photography. So on that note, everybody, with no further ado, good morning, Jamie.
Good morning.
How are you?
Really well. I'm just surprised you managed to say endometriosis, but you struggle with everybody's surname.
Yeah, all right. Leave it. I'm fucking reading me already. Christ, what can I say? Hey, endometriosis. The first day I said it, I had about 4 people confirm that I said it right. That's all I can say. But Jamie, how are you? Are you doing well, my lovely?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm doing good.
Oh, don't be nervous. The thing is, you don't know what I'm going to ask you.
That's
You know,
why.
yeah, probably is. I want you to say good morning to a couple of people for me. Sir, good morning to Rob.
Good morning, Rob.
Say good morning to Beckett. If you can pronounce the surname right, you get a brownie point.
Innes.
Oh, bastard. Bloody Scottish, you lot standing by together, not there. Say good morning to Vicky for me.
Morning, Vicky.
We've got Tony. Who else have we got?
Tony.
We've got Gary. Who else have we got? And we've got another Gary.
Hello to the Garys.
Hello to the Garys. Oh, I love it. Do you know now whenever I hear a Scottish accent, I just want to go, Lawrence Cheney. And if you don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you won't get that reference. But, Jamie, before I power through, please tell everyone who you are and what you do.
So I'm Jamie Dryden. I run Proud of My Pixels, and I cover almost all types of photography. So it's really the variety, I love it, between where I can shoot, who I can shoot, what I'm shooting. It also helped when we hit lockdown as well, being able to diversify. It's like not allowed to do weddings. So being able to do product shoots and commercial shoots, just anything that could still happen. So that's helped me through it. That's what I do.
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. So obviously, as a lot of people coming on the show, I don't look until the day, but I do ask them, is there possibly anything they want to talk about or anything like that? And yours is finding the right career, you know?
Yeah.
So how did you find the right career? I take it was trial and error, trying a lot of other things. How did you find the right career for you?
It took a while. And the other jobs I ended up in weren't by my choice. Like when I was at school, it was a teacher that whispered in my ear that I was so good with numbers and accountancy pays well. And when you're young, you're susceptible. And when I heard that it pays well, it's something I would find easy, I went for it. I wasted 2-3 years at college, and I was waking up in the morning saying to myself, I don't want to go in. And it wasn't for any reason other than I didn't enjoy it. So that kind of clicked, that I would wake up one day having the same feeling about the job, going into the job. So I left that. I kind of landed, because I enjoy helping people, I landed in a lot of customer service jobs, mainly 7 years with Tesco in their head office, lots of different roles. Went through a few other jobs, but eventually, as I was doing the photography part-time and as a hobby, all my other jobs just weren't right. And then it was my partner who just kept pushing me. She supported me through quitting 6 jobs in 1 year at one point. So that's dedication there. That's love.
Christ. Don't let that person go anywhere at all in the slightest. But so how did you know it wasn't the right job for you? Was it a feeling? Was it maybe something that happened? Like what made it know it wasn't the right job for you?
With each one, there's come a point where it was just clock watching, heart wasn't in it. The feelings you would get in the morning waking up, rather than the way I have it now, when I talk about days that I'm working and days I'm not working, it's just, and I look forward to the days that I'm working just as much as days off, and you know, the fun you can have, just time with the family. As much as I love them, I do enjoy going to work. And then you'll hear people say that when you enjoy your job, oh, you're so lucky. But it shouldn't be up to luck. It should be that you just find your passion, go for it. Everything else comes easy. Learning the job, you'll enjoy it more. You'll be able to put a lot more effort into it without burning yourself out. So I think you'll just know, you'll feel it when you find the right career.
I love it, because I was actually very rare for me. I don't really watch or read the news or anything, but this morning an article caught my eye, and it's quite funny that it came up today. The article was from a girl that started working at Goldman Sachs, I think, in Sheffield area, and she felt like it was a cult. She was working 92-hour weeks, everything like that. She was like, this was meant to be like the dream job, the dream career. Yeah. Really excited. But I also personally resonated with that. You know, in particular, I've had one job. You know, for a young guy, you know, 25, I would say I've had quite a lot of jobs. But I like jobs where I learn, and when I can't learn anymore, I feel like I'm done there. That was how I worked. But I had this one job, and like you're saying, you get to a point where you're clock watching. When the boss walks in, you feel your toes curl. You know, it gets to that point, and you're like, shit, why am I here? Why am I here? And my partner at the time, who is still a fantastic friend, I remember the day that I actually quit that job. And they came and picked me up with a bottle of champagne and went, right, because it was right near this like forest. And I was going to go sit in that forest and drink that bottle of champagne, because I'm so glad you have quit that job. And it really can be the partners by us, isn't it? You know, they're like, they can see we're not enjoying it, but they're waiting for us to see it. And it's so important. I can imagine that feeling when you left was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, definitely. It's, let's say, the one sort of right before the big push for photography, it was just a day. It was 40 hours a week of looking at a spreadsheet. It was just keys on the, it got to the point of just keys on the desk and go. I'm out. And it's just, the pressure that you feel is just lifted from you, knowing that you could then, you've done it. Like, as long as you've got a little bit of money set aside, you know, you could, like, you're not stressing straight away about paying the bills, then everything else will come. You've got to put yourself first. You
really have got to. So what became the epiphany of, oh, that's a big word for me this time of the morning. What became the epiphany kind of, you know, doing this thing that you originally saw as a hobby, something you enjoyed? I take it you probably went and did to escape the fact you was hating these jobs as well. What was that kind of moment to realize, actually, I really want to fucking do this. This is what I want to do?
I think beforehand, it was only the fact of just self-doubt that I could make money from it that was good enough. Because, for example, if you go online and you start just Googling any sort of thing, anything at all for wedding photography, baby photography, the way that the internet works, you will see the best in the world. And when I was doing it as a hobby, there was a big gap there between me and those standards. But as that gap started to close, it was just closing slowly every day. I wouldn't have seen it. But then it was the feedback I was starting to get from customers and from friends and from family that I am really good at this. And it was because the time I was dedicating to it and because I love it and how much I was practicing, that my standard was coming up and up and up. And it still is. I'm still learning every day. I still try and better myself all the time. And like my last shoot I'd done just 2 days ago, I've hit another new level. I can't wait to share the photos. As soon as I got home, I was like pulling the camera out the bag to show my other half, Lauren. I was like, look what I've got, look what I've got. It's like an M&S advert. And we said that on the shoot. We were having a laugh and we started going, bow, 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 bow.
Absolutely. We've got a couple more comments on here. Good morning, Charlotte from Kicking Coriander. Hope you are well, my lovely. Fantastic product from her. I would really, really recommend it. Robley, I heard about this. It doesn't surprise me. I've heard about their financial sector. I take it you are on about Goldman's or whatever I said it was. Yeah. I always say you can have a bad day, a bad week. You could even have a bad month. You know when it's time to move on. Apparently, Papster's here. I take it you know what that means. Papster's there. And also we've got Jenny Vaughan. I'm probably going to say that name right or wrong as well. And we've also got Lauren Findlay. Your work has always been amazing and it keeps getting better. I take it you have shared this somewhere that I didn't know have, because I've got some new people jumping on this video, which I very much like. Good morning to you all. And I feel sorry if you've got children sat next to you because I can swear like a trooper. Just a heads up. So,
Lauren has our little baby out of the house, so there's no children running around here or pulling on this backdrop.
That's good. That's a backdrop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so obviously that's done. You said it was about a decade. So, you know, you got rid of 6 jobs in a year. How many jobs would you say you got rid of in that decade before you realized it was time to do photography?
Probably about 15 to 20.
It's fine. The thing is, there's this big stigma of, you know, I meet people all the time go, oh, wait, I've worked in the same job for 30 years. I'm like, do you still love it? Does it still feed your soul when you go? All these, like you were saying, you know, when people go, oh, you're looking, they're like, not really. Yeah, it's a good wage. And I'm like, right, can you afford to live a similar-ish life to what you've got now and a job you love on a wage you're happy with over killing your soul at this one? And most of the time they go, yeah, but I've been in this job for 30 years. And I'm like, I'm not trying to sell to you to go self-employed. It's not for everyone. Self-employment is not for everyone. And, you know, a lot of people at some point may try self-employment and go, oh, there's actually a lot more work here than what I thought. That's not what I want. What would you say to anyone that is probably maybe watching this or maybe watching it in the future, or someone knows someone that has felt or been where you are? What would you say to them to possibly look at or do if they're feeling like they was in a similar situation to yourself?
I'd say that the safest way so that you can test the water would be to look for a part-time job and see if you can, depending on what the role is that you want to do self-employed. But think about being part-time employed and then test the water with being self-employed, depending on what the role is.
Yeah. Honestly,
get some money behind you, at least, or get some money behind you so that you know that you could live off that money, save up, so you can live off that money for however long it's going to take, 3 months, 6 months.
See, I completely agree with you. I've actually been preaching this to someone that's worked in a sales job for 25 years, I think, and they're interested in going self-employed. I was like, well, can you drop your hours part-time and do it on top of them? Oh, well, I probably could actually. So you've hit the nail on the head. From a business coach's point of view, top notch. You've just said exactly what I've been preaching to people. So you've said you can shoot many, many, many different things. What makes you different, and why can you shoot many different things?
It's just, I love variety. So I've always been collecting. Some different shoots take different bits of kit. Yep. Some take longer to do. There's a lot of different skills involved with each. Sometimes you even need different cameras. Like for my newborn photography, I use a camera that's got a silent shutter, because sometimes the smallest thing can wake them. Different types of lighting that's really nice and soft, it's not bright in their face. Once you start delving into each type of photography, there is so much. That's why a lot of people do niche down. Yeah. But I like the variety, and it helps me as well. I could be, a few weeks ago, I was in a cafe, and we got chatting. I mentioned I do photography. They'd just had their business photos done, but they asked if I'd done weddings. So they've got a wedding coming up, so they're going to look at me possibly for the wedding. So, and it's happened with other things. I could do a family shoot and then realize that both parents have got businesses that need photos done. Mm-hmm. So it could lead on rather than being all I do is this one thing. So it keeps it interesting, and it leads on from one type of work to another.
I love it. And there's one thing that's really important with you, isn't there, when working with people, either it be businesses, families, or anything like that, which is humour. It's having a bit of fun with them. Obviously, can we just hold up the mug that you got for Secret Santa? Just like, for fuck's sake. There we go, people. Honestly, this sums this man up in a nutshell. But why I'm massive on humour. I'd like to think, I can bring a bit of laughter or anything to any situation. Because I believe it's important. It really, really is. But why is it so important to you as well when working with people? I take it gets them a bit more to relax when in front of a camera and things like that. Why is comedy so important to you?
That's what I was going to say. It gets them to relax. Even myself, like coming on this today, can get nervous being in front of a camera, whether it is for a photo, a video, a live show. It's for a lot of people, it's not a natural thing. Apart from the odd time when I do a shoot with a model, anyone else usually will get a bit nervous when it comes to being in front of the camera. Yeah. So adding that humour and just putting them at ease, it can release it. Humour does just make you relax. That's the main thing, and it'll come across in the photos. If someone's tense, the shoulders are up, it's like telling someone to smile. If you pick up a camera and you tell someone to smile, they'll do it. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll smile 100 times a day naturally. As soon as someone tells you to, your brain goes, "How do it? Do this again." The side of my lips go up, and so I never do that. Just get them to laugh, get them to tell them about things that they love. Let's say if it was a couple shoot, how did you meet? Or like, what's the best thing you love about the other person? What do you not like about the other person?
Yeah, I absolutely love that.
He's always leaving the seat up. She's always doing this.
Honestly, I think if you did that with me and my partner, it'd probably cause World War III, picking out what we don't like about each other. Jesus Christ. But no, it's really important. I remember the one and only time my family had a photo shoot. I think my mum won it or something. It was really good. It was a professional shoot, but none of us knew what to expect. We have quite a big family. I'm the youngest of 4, so you at least had the 4 kids there, my mum. Then we had the nieces or my mum's grandkids there as well. And I just remember them going, "Oh, well, can you all fake laugh?" And was like, "What?" It was like, "Can you fake laugh?" It was like, my mum even went, "Well, that's just going to make a fake smile." And the guy was just so like, "I just want you done and out of here." So like you're saying, it is so important because you're going to get the best quality photos, and you never know if they own a business, who else they know, what other business you're going to get from it. It's also that spin on first impressions. Obviously, that first job can determine them getting you more work, and that's obviously how business networking works as well. Yeah. But it's so important. So what is the aim for you in the next 12 months by the end of the year in photography with the world reopening? Is there any certain jobs you're wanting to get done? Is there anything you want to be doing? Anything new you're bringing in? What are you wanting by the end of the year, if not the next 12 months?
I'm looking to step into some videography. It's the videos do capture a lot of attention when you do upload them for like businesses. they're great for the customers too, for just like for families, for weddings and such. So I've invested in a very fancy gimbal.
Oh, yeah.
Stick that holds the camera nice and still.
I think I've got a gimbal.
Yeah.
Carry on talking, I'll find it.
Yeah, sure. So I've invested in a very fancy gimbal that's going to take a lot of practice, but it's going to produce some really nice video. That's the one of them. Yep. Yeah,
Is it a DJI one?
DJI Osmo, yeah, I've got
that's what I've got.
Yeah.
Look at me. It's because I've got one for when I go public speaking.
Yeah.
Or I've always got all of my business things on like a memory stick on my keys and things in case I ever need it. And I learn really fast, kind of like what you're saying. Video is so important. And it's when I got them odd chances to get that photo or anything like that. So my bag is like, pulling everything everywhere. It's like a backpack on wheels, right?
Yeah.
And it has my full life in it. So I'm prepared to go anywhere. It's like, I think someone did call it like a photographer's backpack. I've got tripods in there, my gimbal, I've got bloody everything. Honestly, I know your pain, and I'm not even a fucking photographer. But no, that's honestly, Jamie, I'm so glad you came on the show. We are going to wrap up there because I don't think this is, honestly, let's not ruin it. But thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed it that you came on. I'm so glad you did. And by the looks of it, I'm glad a lot of your friends did as well. So on that note, don't rush off anywhere. I'm going to shove you backstage and I'll talk to you in a minute. All right.
Lovely. Thank you.
See you soon. Bye. Oh, I love that. And the Scottish accent. Honestly, if Vicky's still watching, Lawrence Cheney. Honestly, if no one watches RuPaul's Drag Race, you really, really don't get it. But yes, what a fabulous, fabulous guest on the show today. And that is actually the first time me and Jamie have properly met as well. So literally threw in the deep end, came on the show about 3-4 minutes before. We had a brief chat and then we went live. So that's it, people. That's how we do it. Remember, next week, starting the 29th, on Monday, we've got Cara Wood. Cara over here is hosting the show because she is interviewing me. So we've got Cara interviewing me. I'm going to be on the hot seat. I don't know what's going to happen. It's just going to be pure carnage. Then on the Tuesday, we've got Mr. Brad Burton himself. On the Wednesday, we've got Taz Thornton. Unleash your power. Unleash your awesomeness. Then on Thursday, we've got the man that is so bloody happy it's unreal, Crossley on the show. Now on the Friday, finishing off the week, we've got the Kingmaker and the Queenmaker himself, Mr. Fidel Burhill. So next week, we have got an awesome lineup for Coaches Week. And I'm quite privileged that I'm on it myself. I wasn't going to. Someone told me to put myself on it. So I was like, okay. So make sure you tune in tomorrow as well, because we've got the lovely Rob Lee back on the show. My first ever guest. Episode number 1 is coming back on the show for us to have a good old catch up. And then remember, next week is Coaches Week. Other than that, have a lovely day. Have a lovely end of your week. We've got another day tomorrow to go, and then it's the weekend, people. And remember, in the words of Banana, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught.